Pisces, this is Shield Maiden Tarot. My name is Drew, and I'm here to do your general reading. As of today, it is the 29th of April, but this is a timeless reading, so whenever you're meant to see it is when the messages are here for you. If it shows up in your subscription box, then apply the messages to your past, your present, or your future. Also, remember that we are working with energies here, so I can be channeling your energy, I could be channeling the energy of someone you're dealing with, I could be channeling the energy of someone who's in your vicinity. And just remember that also energies are not just actions, they are thoughts. So someone could be thinking about coming towards you or doing something with you or to you or whatever. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, guys. Our thoughts are vibrations and energy as well. So, also just a quick note, there are so many Pisces on the planet, and I'm not going to resonate with every single one of you. If I don't end up resonating with you, that's perfectly all right. I wish you love and light and that you do find someone who you resonate with. But if you do end up resonating with me, then I'm so glad you're here. If you could do me a favor, please like, comment, and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram at Shield Maiden Tarot. Really helps out the channel. So, Pisces, let's get into your reading. What I picked up on for Pisces is you got a lot going on. Like, you guys are a water sign, you're usually pretty, go with the flow, and yeah, like, no, it's fine, I don't want to create any drama, but unfortunately the drama's just coming to you. And I don't mean to make that sound so, like, scary, ooh, like that. So let's get into your reading and see what cards I pulled for you, and then we can kind of get more into what is going on with you guys for the general. So what I like to do for my readings is I like to pull an overall energy, and then I get into some supporting tarot, and then I go into some oracle messages for some extra advice and love and guidance from spirit. So let's get into it. Pisces, your overall energy right now is the Three of Wands, so very fire energy, a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, and the Three of Wands is all about travel, moving forward, planning, self-confidence, and adventure. Clarifying it is the Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Ace of Cups in reverse talks about unrequited love, repressed emotions, breakups, infertility for some of you. And this is water energy, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Pisces, some of you are really moving forward. And I feel like with moving forward, it's because you're moving on from a breakup. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic breakup. It could have been a breakup with family, a friend, someone just in your energy that was not doing you well. And I think right now you're thinking about how to move forward. You're not really looking back, because you can see in this card right here, there's one wand that's kind of staying behind him, but he's not looking at that one. He's not even looking at the wand right beside him. He's looking at the one that he's holding, and he's moving forward. He's looking forward. He's focused on his future. And I feel like that's where you Pisces are right now. Some of you, I feel, could potentially be moving away maybe for a work thing or a work opportunity. Maybe you're looking for work abroad, perhaps. But I feel like also some of you are just kind of like, some Pisces are trying to almost move away from their feelings, or just not trying to deal with their feelings, is what I picked up on. I also want to kind of, why did I lose the words all of a sudden? I can English, I swear. What was the word I was looking for? Advise. I want to advise you. These cards tell me that your money might not be coming to you so easily right now, so make sure that you have your savings in order. Make sure that you've got some money stashed away in case of a rainy day, or just you really, really need some money. I also kind of picked up that some of you are having trouble with pregnancy, either getting pregnant or the issue of pregnancy, whether you want to have kids or not want to have kids. And for some of you, there might be some miscarriages or some infertility issues. So again, with that kind of thing, don't take my word for it. I'm just a tarot reader on YouTube. Please consult a doctor. I can't give out any medical advice or anything like that because I am just not trained to do that. I read cards, not graphs. All right, so let's get into your supporting tarot. I also just want to note, I opened up my window so that the sunshine could come in. I set up all my crystals so they could have a nice sun bath, and now the sun's just choosing to go behind the clouds. It's like, oh, I'm going to put my crystals out there, and the sun was just like, oh, this is going to benefit you? Nope. All right, let's get into your supporting tarot. The first tarot card that we got for you is the Chariot, sign of Cancer. This talks about victory, ambition, willpower, control, self-discipline, and hard work. And clarifying it is the Six of Wands in reverse. And the Six of Wands in reverse talks about failure, a lack of recognition or achievement, and pack mentality. This is also very interesting because these two cards are almost complete opposites in terms of like victory, because the Chariot talks about victory, but then the Six of Wands talks about no victory or like a lacking victory or just delayed victory. So I feel like with these two cards together, some of you, Pisces, are moving past your previous failures and you're moving forward. You're not really choosing to let them stop you or bog you down or limit you from moving forward and doing what you got to do for the future. You're all for it. You're moving forward and you're just like, ain't nobody stopping me now. You getting that Freddie Mercury, can't stop me now. But in the past, it definitely, something did weigh you down. It could be a relationship with a fire sign. So, a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or it could have just been a situation involving a fire sign. Doesn't have to be. But now you're definitely like, you're moving forward. You even could be moving forward into a new relationship, a new business, a new friendship with a Cancer, because of this card with the sign of Cancer. Some of you are dealing with unstable or inconsistent relationships, and you'll know if you're dealing with an unstable or inconsistent relationship if that kind of made you go, ooh, it's me. Obviously. But if you have like even the slightest kind of like, am I dealing with one? Chances are you probably are, because if we know that we're stable and we know that we're doing right with our highest self, we don't think that. Some of you are just dealing with really inconsistent relationships. I also kind of picked up on dealing with relationships where someone's trying to kind of piggyback off of you, or maybe in the past you were trying to piggyback off of someone else, but now is just not that time. So either when you were piggybacking off of someone, if you were, or if someone's piggybacking with you, this might still be going on, but for the most of you, I feel like you're moving forward and you're letting all that fall to the wayside because you're trying to get what you need to get, and you're trying to do what you need to do in order to succeed and move forward in your life. Some of you who are in relationships or just have just any sort of relationship, really, I feel like you're needing to work more on your relationship, like communicating and recognizing feelings more. And when I say that, I mean not guessing what your partner or the other person is feeling, but instead having that bond or that friendship to be able to say to them, hey, something seems off with you. Let's talk about it. Because it is not up to you to read minds. That is a stupid thing, and we can't do it. Well, most of us can't. And, you know, adults should be able to speak up, speak their minds. So some of you might need some throat chakra healing, or someone in your energy might need some throat chakra healing, and that just speaks about being able to speak up, speak your mind, speak your truth, and saying what you need to say, despite it hurting other people, but of course not going out of your way to be cruel and insensitive and mean about it. Just speak from the heart, and speak with love for yourself and the other person, and most likely results will be good. And if the person does not react well to you speaking your truth or just saying your piece, then most likely that person's probably not meant to be in your life, either right now or for the rest of your life in this lifetime. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch myself. Some of you are taking on more of a leadership role at work, or you could be traveling for work. I also feel like it's in the starting stages right now because of the Six of Wands not receiving any sort of like attention. Yeah. So it's in the beginning stages, or you just have yet to really make your mark on what you're doing in your career. But I feel like, especially with this Chariot here being successful, or about success, you are going to be successful. You just have to keep working on it and knowing that it'll come to you in time. I also felt with these two cards that you are going to be right now, if you're feeling like you're sick or you have some sort of ailment that is impeding you from moving forward, it wasn't like recognized, or there was no symptoms or anything, and it just kind of happened like that. I definitely feel like you're getting up and you're moving on. Maybe not like super duper fast, but definitely it's going to start getting better for some of you who this is resonating with. It's going to get better for you. Just, again, give yourself time. Also, relax a little bit. So with some of you who are all go, 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 definitely just take a seat back and let yourself heal, let your body just do its thing, and take care of yourself with, proper diet and light exercise, in a sense. The second card that I pulled for you was the Queen of Swords in reverse. So air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This talks about being overly critical, pessimistic, harsh, spiteful, nasty with your words, or poor communication. And clarifying it is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune talks about bad luck, external forces at work here, and kind of unwelcome change. So usually when I see the Queen of Swords come up in a reading, it tells me that it is relating to someone directly in your life. Usually it represents a older woman who's 35 or older, kind of like a boss lady or just an older female. Again, don't get hung up on the gender of the cards, but usually when a court card shows up, it directly relates to someone in your life. It could be a mother, it could be a boss, it could be someone in your family, perhaps a friend of yours. Again, it doesn't have to be. But what I'm getting for these is you might be dealing with this Queen of Swords energy who's kind of stopping you from moving forward. Because usually when the Wheel of Fortune is up like this, it means that the wheel is turning in your favor and that things are moving along. Spirit and the divine are working and trying to make things happen for you and help you manifest things. But when the wheel is reversed like this, it means that something's kind of jammed the cogs in a sense. And it could very well be because of this Queen of Swords, whether she is stopping you from moving forward in a relationship or at work or a health situation. You could be dealing with potentially a breakup with this Queen of Swords. She could be a mother to your children. She could just be a huge drain on your finances at this point. Just not a very nice lady to deal with. Out of all of the, well, that's not true. I was going to say out of all of the court cards, and the queens particularly, I don't like dealing with the Queen of Wands. But that's not true. But she's just not a very nice person to be around. Very toxic kind of energy. Another thing that I kind of got was this Queen of Swords energy could have aided in a breakup. So it could have been a mother figure who was telling your ex or someone who you were involved with not to date you or to get out of the relationship. Just something of that nature. Some of you might be dealing with a Queen of Swords energy who is making it difficult for you to advance forward in your career, whether it's a boss or a colleague, who is kind of just not making it easy for your life right now. I also feel like when this card shows up, if you are receiving financial advice, probably don't listen to her because she's no Queen of Pentacles. Let me put it to you that way. But definitely also don't forget at this time to take care of your health, especially when you're in recovery mode at this point. But I'm also getting infertility issues from these cards as well. Taurus had some infertility issues as well in their reading, but it was very heavy in a sense. The last card that I pulled for you was the Queen of Pentacles. I love a Queen of Pentacles. This represents high social status, being grounded and successful and down to earth, very earth energy. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And clarifying my Queen of Pentacles here is the Fool in reverse. And the Fool in reverse talks about being very reckless, careless, distracted, lacking fun, but having hope and faith. This is also Aries energy. So with these cards, I feel like some of you Pisces might be in a relationship with this Queen of Pentacles. Sorry, I don't know why I just paused there. But some of you might be in a relationship with this Queen of Pentacles. This is wifey material. Like she's the typical like homemaker, good mother, happy, good wife. Whenever she shows up in a love reading, which is not necessarily right now, but because this is so general, but when she shows up in a love reading, I'm always kind of like, ooh, you did something good to manifest this Queen of Pentacles, boy. And again, you don't have to be a man just to have a woman, okay? I'm just saying, just real quick. Some of you, I feel, are beginning to become financially stable, especially after a not necessarily responsible time in your life. But some of you are kind of just getting it together. You're getting more independent. You're getting more organized. You got your money situation kind of figured out, sorted out, planned out for the future. You got a 5-step plan, Pisces. Good for you. Some of you, again, because I picked up on fertility for a few of these cards, I feel like some of you are definitely trying to conceive and have babies, or however you kind of see your fertility. Some of you might be dealing with your fertility because of something that happened maybe when you were, in a sense, younger. I'm not going to go into details because it's different for every single person. But you could be dealing with infertility issues, or, in a sense, you could be figuring out what's the best route for you to have children, conceive children, take care of children. Maybe it's something in the like adoption or the foster system, perhaps. And again, children doesn't necessarily have to mean human children. It could be plant children. It could be fur children, however you want to see it as. But I definitely also see that some of you are working hard in new relationships. Even though the Fool is reversed, it is still about new beginnings and having hope and faith in something. So whether you are the Queen of Pentacles in this new relationship, or you found a Queen of Pentacles for a relationship, this is like the best kind of relationship to be in with this Queen of Pentacles. So if you got one, hold on to your woman's or your man's, because otherwise it's gonna get snatched up. Singles, if y'all aren't dating, or you don't have a man's or a woman's, this is definitely the time for you to be picky, because you are like so high vibrational right now, it's actually kind of sickening. But you've got most of your shit together and you're just like, this is what I want, this is what I'm doing. If you can't keep up, I can find someone else who can have a good life. Bye-bye. So in a sense, that's what that's what I'm getting. I also feel some of you are taking on a new diet, but none of that like Jenny Craig shit. I feel like you're just being like, you're going hard at the gym, you're going hard at the grocery store. Instead of getting that lettuce, you getting kale, you getting spinach. You're making Popeye proud. I'm proud of you. And just overall, some of you are just feeling really like rejuvenated, really happy. You're really feeling yourself. Life's great. Life's a ball. The sun's shining on you every day, and you're just living your life. So I'm happy for you, Pisces. All right, so now that your tarot is done, I want to get into your oracle cards, which are my favorite parts of the entire reading. So let's get into it. The first oracle card that I pulled for you was a blessing on a battle that cannot be avoided. This is the card number 29, breaking down to an 11. 11 is a master number. It is a sign that we, or you necessarily, might need to listen more to your deeper intuition, your gut. But this card talks about conflict that can't be avoided, that is kind of uncomfortable for you. So however you deem that to be, if it's like a breakup, or you're leaving a job, or you're letting a friend go, this is divinely guided. This is divinely timed. This is kind of like, I don't want to say a tower moment, because that's real dramatic. But I will say that this is kind of like, well, actually, no, this is kind of like a tower moment. Yeah. And when I say a tower moment, it's a moment that can't be avoided. It was a situation that was built on insecure platforming, and it has now fallen because the divine has decided to just burst a little thunderbolt through it, either because you were taking too long or you were avoiding it for too long. So now it's happening. It's kind of uncomfortable, but it's necessary for you to move to your higher self. And with it being a blessing, it's definitely recognized by the angels, by your higher self, by your spirit guides, that they are trying to help you and they are trying to get you to move forward in this and really, really benefit from it. So again, in situations like this, where it's something that can't be avoided and it's not something that you necessarily want to deal with and is making you really uncomfortable, just remember, in every situation, and I mean every situation, as tough as it is, there's always something to learn from it, so take that as it resonates. Next card that I got for you was, oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember exactly how I pronounce her name. I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm still learning all of my my Norse mythology. But this is Velvisir, who is the Norse mythology of kind of like a compass. Her number is 43, breaking down to a 7. 7 is the card of alignment of your spiritual purpose or opportunities to align with your spiritual purpose. Again, with the battle that you can't avoid. This card talks about how we're never really lost. We're always on our path. It goes with that saying, you're supposed to be where you are right now. So even though you might be feeling lost, you might be feeling like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, where can I go from here? Your higher self's just like, yeah, don't worry. We got you. It's fine. Don't worry. We understand. I'm talking with our spirit guides right now, and we're getting it all together. You'll know soon. Just patient. Finding your purpose. And again, we all have a purpose. We're all here for a reason. We all basically we're here for a purpose. And while we're here on Earth, we are divinely led to find this purpose. Also, just knowing that you are protected at this time, especially when you might be feeling like this conflict can't be avoided. And it's not a nice time for you right now. Just remember, with this card coming up, it is a reminder that you are protected and you are being watched over, and that this is happening because it is meant for your greater good. The third card that I got for you was the Thing. I just find it so funny, you know, in this Norse deck, this Viking Oracle deck, you know, it's so many different names that it's interesting and hard to pronounce, and then we just have the Thing. I just find that kind of funny. But back to the reading. Number 40, breaking down to a 4. 4 is all about stability and work and career. So this can do with your work environment. These two cards could be about your work environment. Doesn't necessarily have to be. It's however you resonate with it. But basically, this card talks about how we need to make firm decisions, standing in your power, holding your own, being flexible, so listening to other people speak and letting them speak their truth and allowing them to have that freedom of speech, but also using diplomacy before harsher means. Whatever that means to you. For some reason, the thing that pops out to me is someone, I'm just seeing right now, there's almost like, it's a vision of a man who is knocking on a door and trying to talk with, someone, another man, and it's almost like the guy's saying, either we settle this here or we settle this in court. And I don't know if that applies to many of you right now, because again, this is timeless, so who knows if this will come up for you, or if this is happening for you right now, or if it did happen for you. I'm not too sure, but that's basically what I saw. So your fourth oracle card is Fire and Water Dragon. Some of you could be dealing, or not necessarily dealing with, but some of you could be water fire cusps. So you could be a Pisces Aries cusp, a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp, or a Cancer Leo cusp. Yeah, you could be dealing with one of those. That's just what came to my mind. So Fire and Water Dragon says, enables your life to flow with loving force, prepare for change and to move forward quickly, expect the unexpected, and have fun. So again, preparing for rapid change. Everything happens for your highest good, especially with all of these cards here. I feel like all of these cards are happening for your highest good. And remember that even in the bad times when we don't necessarily want to deal with these crappy things, or in the good times when we're just like, oh yeah, whatever. Everything that is put in front of you is meant to teach you something and to help you sort of see why things are happening the way they are for you. And finally, your last oracle card is the Shekinah, Sacred Self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance with the sacred rhythm of life. For me, this card just screams out, don't take everything so seriously. It can definitely be hard to do when shit's hitting the fan. I can't dismiss that. Of course not. It's hard to kind of laugh it off and smile when things are just not going your way. But it's a skill. And it really helps to find the good in every situation, because then it doesn't seem so bad. But this card for me really talks about, even though these things might be happening for you and it might be uncomfortable and you might be dealing with, who knows, feelings that you don't want to address, this potential Queen of Swords who is clogging the wheel, this Queen of Pentacles, just anything, maybe even this reversed Six of Wands that might not be so nice for you. Don't let it hold you back or dampen your spirit. Remember to, when it's raining, dance in the puddles, essentially. Find the good in everything. Find the humor. Laugh. Just find something to be happy about. And I feel like that would definitely make it easier for you. As well as, accepting that the law of attraction is definitely a very powerful thing. When we think about things that, are hard for us or that we don't want to deal with, it kind of attracts more things that we don't want to deal with. And, you know, the universe has a sense of humor. It really, really does. In the worst moments, your guides, your spirit guides, the universe, they have a really kind of twisted, dark sense of humor in a sense. And, you know, it's kind of up to you to find the humor in that. Not necessarily self-deprecating, but definitely just not seeing everything as just like, well, why me? Why is this happening to me? If you've seen Monty Python, your song, I feel, right now is definitely always look on the bright side of life. Specifically the line that says, life's a piece of shit when you look at it. Life's something, a joke, it's true. You'll see it's all a show, people laughing as you go. Just remember that the last laugh is on you. And always look on the bright side of life. I can't whistle. Do-do, 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 do-do. Just look up that song. It's a really good song if you don't already know it. But, Pisces, that was your reading. And again, if you're here with me, I want to thank you for having the patience with me after I got your reading done practically last during the month of April. So I appreciate you being patient, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. I enjoyed reading for you. If you did like it, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in your next general reading. Bye, guys.